guys. This is Rocky Mountain Geek Tank Troy flying solo tonight, apparently. Guy's definitely out. Not sure if my other co host Alex is going to show up or not. So, any case, what I have set up for us, this is our first podcast of 2026. I didn't want to skip this one since we all had to skip the last podcast of 2025. So I do have something I can throw onto here that might be of interest to some of you. Let me double check this here real quick. Trying to find my information that I had set up. There we go. So there is a game from a long time ago called Magic the Gathering Chandelar. Let's see if I can get this set up. 1997 is when it was released. And it's pretty interesting game. And for quite a while, it was not working straight as a disc on someone's computer because it was so old. It would run really crazy. But a group have remastered it so that way you can get it for free and run it on like Windows 10, Windows 11, and such. And the place that you can get the game at, let's see if I can bring this up right here. Sorry, just take me 1 second here. There we go. So yeah, if you go to Reddit, there's a subreddit called r/Chandelar. And you can go to that link and they will have various places that you can go to actually get the game. 2012 Revisited, I believe, is the version that I'm currently using. But there are other variations that you can get with it. But I had this game quite a while ago, and I thought it was pretty interesting. There you go. That it's not only just standard Magic the Gathering duels like you normally would have. So you can go in here and do that. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. Magic the Gathering launcher for Chandelar. Chandelar is the campaign version of the game. You can go straight into deck building. You can build different characters. They're just basically your avatars. But like if we open up deck building, and of course it put it on the wrong side. So let me see if I can move this over to the right area. Sorry, trying to get this to move is being tricky. It doesn't want to let me grab it to move it. Let's see if I can just repurpose where we are here. I thought it would open it up in the screen over there, but it did not. Let's see. Try it this way. Did that work? Kind of, but now it looks really weird. Okay, open that back up. And of course, it won't let me move it for some reason. So let me see if I can get this to fit the full screen so you can see it. And then maybe I can move this so I can see. Hey there, Joan. Wanted to make sure I could move this so I could see anybody commenting because it's blocking me off. Yeah, this is an old computer game from 1997, Magic the Gathering. And wanted to show it off because you can get it for free online. And you can go into the deck builder and you have access to all the cards that are available from the time that it was made. And I believe it only goes up to about 4th edition. So it's all old school cards. And it's one of the ways that you can actually play with all of the insanely expensive cards like the Moxes and the Black Lotus and such. Some of the cards have the wrong artwork is one thing that I've noticed is a problem with this game. That's the artwork for Scheherazade, but they have it here for Mox Diamond for some reason. But some other cards are also just the wrong artwork. Let's exit out of this and then open the game back up again. I know what will help is if I move this over here. That way I can be able to see what everybody's saying. Magic the Gathering. Where did you go? There you are. So let's see if I can share this screen now. There we go. So this is the campaign game. So I'm going to start a new one. You can pick your level of difficulty that you want. We'll go with easy for now. And then you select the color that you would like, and it will give you a basic 20-30 card deck of that color. Nothing too powerful usually. So what's your favorite color that you would like me to test run through here, Joan? Since you're currently watching, I'll choose the color that you would like me to. Because it's just, and you can, throughout the game, you can change, you're not committed to just that color of deck. You can pick up cards of other colors and incorporate it and play a multicolored deck if you wanted to. You can completely swap out what you have. It's just, this is your starting stuff that you get. White, you got it. Bloop. And I am just going to make the weirdest character I can. Oh, it didn't switch for me, did it? Windows, the wrong window still. See if I can share the correct window here. There we go. Of course, now it's made it look really weird. Oh no, I broke it. Just click around on everything. I broke it. Enter your name. I've not tried sharing this game before, and I think that's part of my problem here. I'm going to, yeah, blue's one of those jerk colors that prevents other people from being able to play the game they want to play. So I'm going to start a new game, choose that, choose white, choose this character, and we'll name our character test character, because why not? Okay, now let me try to share this window again, now that I've got the correct one here. There we go. So it starts you off on your map, and of course I'm going to run over here to this thing. Oops, I'm being chased. Run to the closest town. There. I wanted to get to a town so we could look at our deck. You can click on that, and that'll bring up what map you've opened up, give you city info, which I have none because we just started. And buy cards, we have 250 gold, 46 units of food. Other stuff we're not going to worry about. Those are all the cards available in this town to buy. Let's check out our deck that they gave us. So these are all the cards that we have to start with, 36 cards. I haven't tested the limit to see how few cards you can have in your deck. But one of the first things I do is I go through and remove stuff that's not necessarily going to be effective in every combat that I run into. Remove some of our protections. Good. Looking for any card. That's great, but 7 mana is a lot of mana with no mana acceleration. We'll pull that out. That's 4 mana for that. Not great. Let's pull that out. Fortified's useful. Oh, wait, no, that's just walls. And I don't think we even have any walls in here. Pull out these other COPs. So we're kind of light on creatures, it looks like. And we definitely have too many lands at the moment. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I probably wouldn't use more than 9 lands in this. I don't like to do more than too much more than a 1 to 2 ratio. Oh, let's try that again. That's weird that it went black screen. Maybe I need to do window. It's still black. Why is it still black? All right. Stop screen sharing. Let's try this again. Yay. There we go. So yeah, so we're in our deck builder right now. Hopefully that's visible. These are all the cards we have. I've pulled out a bunch that aren't necessarily going to be super useful at the moment. And then I'll go back to the town that we were in. Is it still going to stay? There we go. This town only has these cards for sale, which that might not be a bad card to buy, but we'll hold off on it. Once I leave town, we'll look at the map. I'm going to have a bunch of characters running up trying to fight me, but we'll begin a quest so that way we can get stuff to get better cards. So we got to take this message east to his brother, keeper of Nevermore Oasis. So we'll accept the mission. We have 4 days to do it. As you travel, it uses up days. And I believe that was just straight across. Oh, wait, east. So right there. So we're going to run down and to the right. Oops, don't want to. We'll save here. That character chasing me wants to fight me, but I'd like to grab some better cards first. There's another character. We'll see. They're going to catch me. All right. So they want to fight me. I'm going to go ahead and fight them, or I could pay 40 gold to have them let me leave. It does a coin flip to start the duel, and depending on who wins, gets to decide if they want to go first or second. So they won the toss, and they've chosen to draw first. So this is going by old school Magic rules, where you don't draw on the first turn, and it still runs ante, so you can lose cards or gain cards. So, like I said, released in 1997, so it's all the old stuff. So we'll start the duel. Here's what I'm with. I don't know why I have a planes in here. I don't remember grabbing that. And so it goes through all of your steps: untap, upkeep, draw, first main phase, combat, second main phase, discard, and then, of course, the discard phase. And you can select different phases to stop. So I have it stopping on these phases specifically to give me time to react. Unlike normal Magic, you both don't start out with 20 life. It's situational, dependent on the characters that you're fighting. For instance, in this fight, I have 10 life versus them who have 4 life. If they have a fast deck, I'm in trouble because the only creature I have right now is going to take me to turn 5 to cast. Oh, good. We got these guys. So we'll toss them out. They have summoning sickness, so they'll wait. Just press enter to fast forward, skip past that. Of course, they got somebody that can regenerate. Let's give these guys holy armor and then send them over to do 1 point of damage. I figured he wouldn't block since he can't regenerate. And then, of course, he'll attack me. I can't block. I don't know. Oh, then they've got a wall out. Okay. So that will slow me down. So I can make one of these characters not be able to attack. I'm going to hold off on that because I suspect there'll be something nastier later we want to put that on. So I'll just put that guy out. Is it? Amulet of Krug, prevent 1 damage to any creature or player. So that will be useful if I need to block the skeleton guy. Right. Just buying my time until I can get the angels out. Here we go. There's the Sarah Angels. Classic. Luckily, that's going to be tapped, so he can't use it right away. And I don't need to do anything except attack with the angel, and that should end this battle. Cool. So I've defeated the slimy witch. That's kind of rude. I can either take the cards, which are these two cards here, or I can take the dungeon clue. And the dungeon clue is letting me know different things about this specific dungeon, which the main treasure is a Black Lotus, Mox Pearl, and Mox Emerald. That seems more valuable than those guys since we're playing a white deck anyway. So we'll take the dungeon clue. So it shows me a picture of where it's at. So I have a way to find it. Dungeons are very difficult. We want to make our deck better before we actually try to go into there. And I want an amulet, which I can cash in for different stuff at different places. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Cool, so I've gotten to the town that I needed to get to, I think. Or maybe not. Nope, I needed to go one more. In any case. Can buy food. If you don't have food, it's at 0. Then you move really slow across the map. They do not have any white cards for sale, so we'll skip buying anything from them. We can sell some stuff if we want, but no. That is weird that I was getting swamps on my deck when there's no swamps here. In any case, uh-oh, there we go. Still making sure we have it. Leave the village. Run into this place. Nope. So we've delivered the message, and we're rewarded with a blue amulet. We've only got one. We can trade it for any enchantments. Since we're dealing with white, let's select the white enchantments. One amulet's probably not going to get us anything awesome. Don't believe there's... Yeah, the multicolored circle protection wasn't out yet for this set. Yeah, so it's not going to give me anything. So we can think about what enchantment's going to best help us. Possibly Crusade, since we're playing all white. The only drawback, of course, is then anyone else that we come up against using white creatures will get a benefit from that. Enchantments. Island Sanctuary is good, but only if you have more card draw possibilities. See, land tax. I bet that's more than one. Yeah, that's going to cost 2 amulets to get that. Oh, Spirit Link. That's a fantastic white card, but yeah, we can't afford it. And the other one I was considering was Crusade. That's even more expensive. All right, so we will probably not bother getting any of these and just save our amulet to use at another time. Oh, great. Finally found a place where we can buy cards. So you click on the card, it'll let you see it. You can hit N for no and Y for yes. So I'm going to hit yes and buy that guy. That guy is too expensive, so no. And when I say expensive, I mean the cost to cast him, not his actual cost to buy him. And that's not a bad guy. So that. And some more creature defense. So we can go in here and edit our deck, add in our new cards that we want to put in. If we know, like when we're going, there's other times where you can attack specific locations and you know what color cards they're going to use. That's when the COPs would become really useful in that case. There, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 cards, 19 lands. I think that's fine. Might be one land too many, but I'd rather have too many than not enough. We can begin a quest from here. This guy wants us to actually fight someone. So the Seer, which I'm going to guess is probably a blue creature, but don't know. So we'll accept it. We'll go out and see if we can find him and beat him. And then it'll give you these world magic abilities, Ring of the Guardian, really expensive to do it, that would be great. But I don't believe we don't have the 600 gold for that. I don't know if that's the Seer or a Black Knight. I'm going to guess that's a Black Knight. So I'm going to keep looking around, see if I can find a. We're going to have to fight him anyway. Okay. So yeah, we'll fight this guy. And hopefully he doesn't have any Black Knights. Since they have protection from white, we won't be able to do anything about them. Yeah, it's putting swamps in here, and I don't know why. So we'll go with Pegasus. But this is the game, and you do missions, collect cards, and eventually take out the other 5 mages that are out there in the world to win. Oops. But yeah, this game is free. It's only for PC, though. You can't get it, I don't believe, on phone yet. And I will just attack with both of these guys. I could band with them, but I don't want to band. Banding is probably the most complicated special ability out of any cards. People always get very confused with how banding works. And it's probably the trickiest part about it is that it specifically is more useful defending than it is attacking. So we will get these guys out. So for instance, I cannot be black by creatures with power 3 or greater. So I can band with one of them if I wanted to. But instead, I'm just going to attack with them since they can't block. So when you have someone who can band, when they defend, they can band with everybody that's defending. So you only need one bander for the entire group. Well, that's a problem. Well, that's another problem. Oh, I have a swamp. That's why they got through. Well, luckily, they don't have anybody to defend with, so we'll just all-out attack. There. That was a close one. And I'm going to actually take the cards this time so we have stuff to sell. Whoops, that's the Seer, I bet. It is not. So in this case, I'm going to pay the 40 gold because I don't want to risk losing our Sarah Angel since we only have one. So I'll bribe them so they'll leave us alone. Run back over here. But yeah, in any case, it's a great game. Really enjoy it. Since it's free, you can't beat that price. Stop sharing screen. And we do not have an Alex. Still no message. All right, let me close this game up. And what other game would I like to show? Yeah, we'll show Ascension if I can get that to work. So Ascension is a card game that you can get off of Steam, and it has several expansions, and it is also a physical card game you can buy to play at a table. But it is what they call a deck builder because you're building with that. So that's weird. Give me a moment, people, while I check out this. So I'm being told the stream froze. So seeing if we have any technical issues. My one viewer has responded and told me that we are frozen. So I'm checking that out. Why is that not letting me share? All right, I have no idea if this person has gotten back in yet or not. And of course, that closed on me. So this game is called Ascension. Lots of different options here. What I want to do is do an offline game, create a game. I really like this game, so I have purchased all of the expansions that I can get, and you can pick which ones you want to use during the game. For this, just going to go with the standard game. You can adjust the victory points, which is going to determine how long that game is. This is just I'm just doing 1 versus 1. Each player gets the same set of cards to start with. So my opponent and myself each have 10 cards in our deck to start with. 2 of them will be Militia, which is the red, which is damage, and the others will be Apprentice, which is the silver diamonds, silver pyramids, and that's going to be money. You use the money cost to buy cards from the market right here, and then these guys are always available to buy, and then this villain is always available to attack. With 1 attack, I'm not going to be able to attack anybody, but I have 4, so I could go with any of these guys, and I'm going to go with that one and that one. And you can always check your opponent's discarded pile so you can see what they got. So they purchased 2 higher numbers, heavy infantry over militia, so they can start doing more damage to these guys. You do not directly attack each other. You do not have a life score. There's just a total set of victory points. And once that hits 0, the game ends with each player getting one final turn up to whoever started the first round. So I'm in this situation, and I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I'm grabbing cards that allow me to manipulate my deck, and I'm doing it early on. Getting an update on my tech and see if it was able to get back in. So now I have 5 that I'm going to toss out here, and again, I'm going to buy a card that allows me to manipulate my deck. It allows me to draw more cards. And in my turn. So I don't know if anybody's actually getting this right now because the person that I'm talking to said that they cannot get back in to watch the show. I'm going to see if I can get into the show here, which is going to make that disappear. So all right, let's do a quick tech check. This might mean that we are not broadcasting anymore, which means I am talking to no one. Yep. Weird. Okay, supposedly I'm not actually streaming anymore. So logging off.